about another minute or so. I want to make sure that everything's running like it's supposed to. I don't know about you, but sometimes I'm that person that shows up a little late. Like, just give me 5 minutes and I will be there. But definitely for sure, I always like to give extra time. Making sure no one's got lost in it, just reading the emails back and forth has been, it's just great. Okay, making sure I'm in the right view of Zoom because the replay is going to be sent out with this as well. So if you're watching the replay, hi. I'm going to give everyone one more minute and I'll be sharing my screen today. And make sure that you have downloaded the Solopreneur checklist as well, because that's what we're going to be using during this live training. And we won't need it first off the bat, so I'll put the link down in the comments and give you some time to download it. Okay, let's do. Okay, so it's 2 minutes past. I'm gonna go ahead and get started and share my screen. See some people coming in, so I'm glad I waited. As I was explaining before, I'm always that person that says, just give me another few minutes. I'm coming. I just got to find the link, you know. All right. Let me know if you can see the screen. I think you can, but I want to just double check. I'm going to pull up the chat too, so I can have that going. Okay, awesome. You can see it. Woo. Okay, so everyone that is here live, I'm going to drop the Solopreneur checklist link so that you guys can have it. If you have not already gotten it or you did not download before, I want to make sure that you have it because that's what we're going to be using today with this free training. And quite honestly, I love doing this because people, you'll see in the presentation, there's a lot of things that people say that you need for a business, especially as a solopreneur, and then you're like spending all this time and all this money, but that's not something that you actually need to do. And I have 3 parts to what I like to call the lazy solopreneur framework that we're going to go over. So make sure you have the checklist. I just put the link down in the comments if you're watching the replay. The link will be in the email with the replay as well. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and get started. We're 4 minutes past, but that's okay. So hi, first of all, welcome to the free training for the Build Your Lazy Solopreneur Business in One Day. Let me know in the comments where you're from. I find that I have a lot of people ranging across the board of where they're from and what is your zodiac. I'm a Scorpio. I just find it very interesting, and it just lets me know that you are ready to go as well. So let me know in the comments your zodiac and where you're from. And in the next slide, I'm going to ask you where you are, as in why you decided to join this free training. It will take about 20 minutes from start to finish. I talk very fast, so please feel free to ask questions or pause and go back. With the Q&A that we'll have at the end, it might take about 30 minutes. And when you leave, you'll definitely know how to set up your business in the next 24 hours. But honestly, you can have just a dedicated few hours to get it set up, and then about 20 minutes a day to run your business. But I'm definitely excited to get started. And however way that you like to take notes, computer, you can take notes on the Solopreneur checklist, notebook, whatever. I want you to have that ready, and you'll be definitely amazed and realize how easy it is that you can set up your business, especially with the 3-part lazy solopreneur framework. You're from Arizona. How is your weather? Like, is it hot? It has to be hot. What is your zodiac as well? And I'm going to pause one moment. My little newborn is awake and making sure that dad has got her. So she's going to go back down. Yes, it's not as hot but not as hot as it just was. Yeah, it's sweltering here. I'm in Tennessee. But I want to ask you why you decided to join this live trading. If you're one, two, or three, just put your number down in the comments. 115. That's insane. I'm not going outside at all. I think we get up to 100 degrees here. No. But why are you here today of one of the three? You have a business idea, but you have no idea where to start. You have an idea, but you want to know how to actually get more, grow your audience, and increase your income. Or number three, you have a business offer, you're doing great, it's making money, and now you just want to learn how to build consistent income. And this free training specifically is for solopreneurs who want to get out of the day to day and really see a change in their business, whether that's with revenue or with leads. Um, and this is a method that I've used to not only with my business, but with my other students and clients as well. So, why did you decide to show up for the training? One, two, or three? And also, what I mean by being a lazy solopreneur is not that you are lazy specifically, is that your business is more lazy. It's more passive from the beginning. So there's less work for you in the beginning, but it helps you to make more money in the long run. And this is literally the setup that I use, and I have it to work for you. Um, so, what do you want your business to do for you? Do you want it to make passive income? Is it something that you want to do launching all the time? What does that look like to you? With a three-part lazy solopreneur business framework, we're going to get into that to a few minutes. I'm going to outline how you can actually set up your business in just a couple hours a day, because no, we all have lives, but really in a couple hours, because definitely as a solopreneur, you are not alone. That is one thing that I hated. I like it now, but I'm not alone. But I hated at the beginnings of a solopreneur because I wasn't sure of anything. So for your business, what if it was something that was super simple or something that you do every day, like specifically right now? Would that be an easier fit for you? Would that fit into your day more? And then you can see the different results that I have produced for myself as my business and from other students and clients of mine, such as growing their email list. So you can see over there. I don't know why a lot of people's goals is like 1,000 people, but that's what seems to be averaging out. And that's totally doable. Or increasing their income and having that, see what it looks like. Hi, I see some more people coming in. But if you don't know who I am specifically, because I know a lot of people joined with the last previous freebie swap in July, I'm Jakara. Hi, nice to meet you. My glorious photos taken by one of my friends. She's awesome, and she's actually doing our wedding photos in December. Just confirmed that today. Excited. But I'm a mom of two, a solopreneur, business strategist, and coach. Two host of a podcast, the CEO Net podcast, which is also the name of my Facebook group, and also the Let's Try Adulting podcast. I love wine and pandas, two of my favorite things. And you can see there on the screen how my group, I started this maybe a little over 2 years ago, took like a 6 month hiatus from pregnancy and came back, but we are at 328. If you have not joined the group, totally join it on Facebook. And then you can see a comparison of my email list. Still after that hiatus of pregnancy, had my baby back in March and revamped my business in May. And you can see, even though the subscribers fluctuate, I'm totally say to my subscribers, if I'm not for you, that's totally fine. Unsubscribe, go find that person for you. But I have seen my click rate increase, and I have also seen my open rate increase. But I want to help you unleash your mom boss brilliance in 20 minutes or less a day for a business that works with you, not against you. And a few things that I've been featured on are Apple TV, Roku, Amazon Fire, podcast guests. Like, if you haven't figured out by now, I love talking. And my business has definitely grown over the past 3 years, first starting off as a podcast coach and earning my first $25 3 days before my birthday for an hour of picking my brain, and had a 950 member Facebook group. Decided to shut that down because I moved on from podcast coaching. But overall, since then, I really loved what I've done. I have even opened up a new digital product shop called the Leaky Titty. You might have seen it in an email. And overall, I love helping women start their business. So, in order to see results like this that you see at the top of the screen, what is one thing that you've always heard that you need to start a business, such as this is the one that I do not like posting on social media consistently. That is something I do not do. Or building leads or your income, or that you should launch and what you need to launch and everything. What are some things? Go ahead and put them down in the comments. To be able to see results that you want to see in your business, what is one thing that other people have told you that you need? You want a business with passive income. That is like the best one. I like waking up in the morning and seeing my little PayPal notification or my Stripe notification and says, oh, there's $10. Oh, there's $50. Oh, there's $100. It just it makes your day better to start off with a good pep in your step. Um, but the things that I have definitely seen is posting on social media consistently. I am very consistently inconsistent. But even with that, I have learned to build my income consistently, grow my email leads, and the same things that I have done for my students and clients as well. And if you're asking how, here are a few other examples. I call these the time suckers of things that you don't exactly need to start a business. A fancy smancy website. I have one. I started it from the beginning personally because I really liked the name Let's Try Adulting and I didn't want anyone else to take it. But if I didn't have a website, I'd be totally fine. A social media strategy. Again, I post consistently, inconsistent. I don't have a strategy. As long as I post at least once a week, that is my strategy. Hundreds or thousands of followers, whether this is on your email list or social media, of course, platforms such as Thinkific, Kajabi, you don't need it, or a year's business outline or plan going forward. Because all of this is time suckers. It takes hours and if not months to actually do it. So when I revamped my business back in the end of May, just a few weeks after, I think like a week after relaunching it, because I had not emailed my list, really dead ass silence in 6 months. And I just popped back up and I booked a client and I started revamping a lot of my stuff. I just had a coaching call the 17th with Z, and she's just amazing. But these are just things that you don't exactly need with your business website, social media strategy. So I don't want anyone to be overwhelmed that says, oh, I need all these things when you really don't. So that's where the Lazy Solopreneur framework comes in. There are 3 parts to this framework. You'll see with the Solopreneur checklist, it goes a little bit more in depth. And I'm going to get to where that falls in with the framework as well. But the 3-part frameworks, once you got it, you got it. It doesn't matter because then you can repeat the process and get better and better. And again, if you don't have the checklist, I put it down in the comments, but you can also go to letstryadulting.com/checklist and sign up for that. We're going to be using it in just a second. So I'm trying to give you some guys some time. But the most important thing that we're going to be covering from the actual checklist is the backbone part of your business, which is the idea phrase. And coincidentally, this is also one of the first phrases of the Lazy Solopreneur framework. So those 3 phrases, the 3-part framework is the idea, moolah, money, everyone's favorite, and then the creation phrase. Especially if you haven't done it before, haven't put out an offer or anything before, the idea phase is one of my favorites because you can use this so much as a way of starting off your business and then get into the way of making money and then creation. And we're going to walk through it as well. So looking at the Solopreneur checklist and the Lazy Solopreneur framework, you'll see on the checklist there's a section for the idea, and that's going to go with the same idea as the framework. And then the second and third, the email list and the Facebook group, will go into the money side. And then the creation is the graphic design and the payment method. And I put a little star by the updated payment method because I've seen many businesses, and it's totally fine if you do this because I think it's brilliant. If you want to use like PayPal or Stripe, I use that in the beginning of setting up my business, but that's the things that you would update to. So things you can start off with: Cash App, Venmo, cash, check, that little square tile thing that you swipe your card. I haven't used one, but it really doesn't matter because you can always upgrade to, again, PayPal or Stripe or another payment platform as well. And you could have an online store or set up something that's like a vendor at a location. I've had both students and clients do one of those. And actually, one of my clients just moved to California for a better atmosphere for her, but also hers is more of a vegan based vendor, and she will have so much more opportunities out there. And I'm excited to see what she has. So, going into the idea phase of the Lazy Solopreneur framework, the top things is, what is your idea? And you can put these down in the comments as well, especially if you need help. I can't help you if you don't say anything. So what is your business idea? And it's totally fine if you say that I don't have one, or I don't know what it is yet. I just know that I want to start a business. So with your idea, what is that thing that you want to sell? What is that thing you want to offer to other people? Who do you see buying your offer? Who do you see purchasing it? And definitely asking your friends and family what you would be good at. That would be a great place to start in generating an idea for your business. So an example, like crafts. I know a lot of people do sewing, crocheting, knitting. Not a fan of knitting. I make baby blankets on the side, stickers, whatever that looks like. Different skill sets that you have. Like one of mine was teaching women how to podcast or different experiences. Just go ahead and comment in the chat. And then what other is included in this idea phase is, what is a goal that you want to accomplish in the next 3 months of your business? This can be for your audience. This could be having more visibility. This could be increasing revenue, because I want you to have a big goal and see that the money will definitely come later. But what impact do you want to have on your people? And that should reflect inside of your goal. And asking yourself the question, what do you want your business to provide for you? Because having that as something in the back of your mind as your why of what you want to have your business helps to drive you to meet your goal as well. So that's the first phase, is the idea of the Lazy Solopreneur framework. The next one is the money phase, because I highly suggest that you make money before you create the thing. You may have heard this before. But it's honestly just easier, and I have a template on the next slide that we're actually going to do that you can actually use today or tomorrow to go out and present your idea. But these are the same things that I use inside of Thrive Solopreneur Academy, because they have a whole template set available to them. They work great as well for one-on-ones. Like I mentioned at the beginning, I did podcast coaching and I use the same method. And they work great for testing out small groups for like a course or a product or a program that you have. This is something that I definitely took to heart from the beginning, is actually making the money before you create it. And I do this by asking a lot of questions to my students or clients or people that work for me, and seeing what they want and having the feedback and gathering it from different groups and my own Facebook groups, and seeing what is needed. So the prompts that I have, so starting off with the actual one that I have sent out to my email list, is I'm looking for businesses, or I'm looking to create a CEO directory for small businesses that you'll be able to add your own different types of freebie swaps or credentials, links, headshots, have access to other women's collab opportunities, and then you won't have to spend hours just searching through the weeds of different Facebook groups, or finding different connections, or having even podcast guests for yourself. If you're interested, comment back your favorite season below. I love asking those things, or your favorite color, favorite zodiac. Your favorite emoji is the one that works really well as well. And I will DM you with more details. So that is based off of one of the templates that I have inside of Thrive Solopreneur Academy. There's 6 of them. I'm going to read this one that I have definitely used. So this is one of the second ones that they have, is calling all specific people of your audience. What is one thing or 2 things that you would really love to help you advance in your journey, as an insert a problem that is solvable for your audience? So that's the first one. The second one is just a greeting. Hey everyone, you can introduce your audience. I'm looking for a few insert audience here, who want to have 2 or 3 benefits here, and then comment below if you would like more information. There's 6 of these templates that I have inside the Thrive Solopreneur Academy that you just literally fill in the blank. Like I have my specifics right here for the one that you can see on screen, but you fill in the blanks that matches for your audience and your business, and you can post it. So that's what I mean by doing something that you already do every day. You're already on social media. Even if you don't have an email list, even if you don't have a big social media following, just asking people, hey, looking for these people, would you be interested in this? Especially if you are in Facebook groups and they allow you to post stuff like this. And just in general, having conversations with people does help a lot. And this is how I have helped a lot of my clients and students, as you can see here on the screen, from their testimonials. Again, the same thing. There's 6 of them. And you also get the Live with 5 strategies. I launched this after the freebie swap, but this is just a combination of small mini course strategies to help you grow your audience, and then on the back end, help you to grow your revenue. And you can even use the templates as sales emails, or the basis of writing a sales page, or even as social media captions. So then moving on to the third phase is the creation phase. So after you've tested everything and you get your feedback from your people, you should always be getting feedback, and then having your own experience. What can you take from that to make it better? And then you can start to, add graphics in, like if you already use Canva, use graphics, or go ahead and start in your email list. But you also want to expand more into the business method of your choice that you have chosen. So whether that's membership, one-on-one, paid live trainings, programs, course, VIP days, challenges, whatever that looks like, take the feedback that you have gotten from other people and take your experience and feedback and how you felt, and make little tweaks and changes to how you would like your business to be more involved. What is the big vision? What are some things that you liked or disliked? What would you change? What would you keep? What were your numbers looking like? How did you feel about it? Did you reach your goal? Did you not reach your goal? And just a few things that I have definitely tried are challenges, podcasts and email series, 3-day launches, and 1-day launches. I really love flash sales as well, but most of mine are in terms of a membership or a standalone, like one-off course. So I really like to know what your business model is, or what you would like. So the question is, how do we put this all together? And how does this actually sound as a base if it's a system that works for you and your time is not actually against you, or your time takes 20 minutes or less? Ideally, you can do it from your phone. And since you already have a life, I want your business to be something that works with your life, not against it. I don't want you to feel like this is more work. So that's something that sounds like you with the Solopreneur checklist, with the 6 elements. That is what you can accomplish without a social media strategy, without a website, without all the fancy things that you really don't need. And again, that's just with the idea phase, the money phase, and then the creation phase, to help you grow your business and for it to be more sustainable, and for it to be automated, because again, we all have lives. Things happen, and I want you to make money more passively and in the background. And definitely know that the key isn't really perfection, is actually just starting and seeing what you can do, and then going back, and as you repeat it, it gets better and better each and every time. So again, these are some of the results that I've had for my business, my students, and my clients. Just using the different strategies that I teach inside of Thrive Solopreneur Academy to help them. And these are, like, someone had gained 74 people inside of their Facebook group. I know when they are or when they've been a part of my freebie swap and now they're just starting to implement theirs, it's anywhere growth from 100 to 200 people to an email list, whether you have nobody on your email list and you're starting it off, or as this is a gain to your email list. And with Thrive Solopreneur Academy, because I'm moving over more into collabs, when you join Thrive Solopreneur Academy, you're guaranteed a spot in the freebie swaps. Content, we have one coming up in October, and I'm going to be looking for people in September who want to gain over at least an average of 100 people or more to their email list. So now is the time for questions and answers. I know I talk really fast. We're approaching the 30-minute mark, so this is a great time for Q&A. I told you I was going to keep this kind of short. If you're watching the replay, feel free to send me an email or just comment below, and I will be able to answer your questions as well. You'll also have a chance to unmute in just a second, but these are some of the common questions that I get is how is this supposed to turn my business into reality with all these steps using the Solopreneur checklist, using the 3-part framework? What is something that I should really focus on first? How do I find the time to run my business in the already hectic schedule that I have? I have wife, kids, pets, and husband doing adventures. I know it's coming to the end of the season, but what does that look like to you? And when will I start to see results? And then the other two common questions I get is, what if I need help and support with my business? I would love to learn the steps for going from idea to move on money or to creation. And how do I stay accountable and make this work for myself and my business? Those are the common questions. First, I want to say to just pause and take a breath because I know it's a lot and it can be very overwhelming. And as a solopreneur to another solopreneur, you can definitely build this in a day, but really as just a dedicated few hours as well. So to answer all these questions, a little inspiration. So Debbie, she has actually worked with me before. When I was back with the podcasting, she's worked with me more on helping her build her business, co-working space and everything. And I love Debbie so much. But she said, basically, it feels like the universe is leaving me breadcrumb trails. And this is just another win for a step. And then one of my other clients, the one that moved to California, her name is Cardi. Her business is called Make It. Her food is phenomenal. It's amazing. And there's some things that I've tried and it's like, I did not know that I actually ate that. But we've done a few one-on-one meetings, but as after her first one, she said with Jakara, guys, yes. I love her personality. I've gained so much clarity and the direction to go for my business. She wanted to have a food truck, but now she has been booking pop-up shots. Her food is delicious. She's networking with other people. And still in the same time, she does a full-time teaching and also modeling in spare time. So there's a lot of different avenues that is working with her as she grows her business to what she wants it to be. So answering all those questions and from everyone else's testimonial, I would like to invite you to Thrive Solopreneur Academy. This was before a mastermind as just a live program, but now it has been turned into a membership because as an ongoing process with your business, it's hard to stay accountable for yourself when you don't have someone else that's leading you. So you can find that at let'stryadulting.com/TSA. And a few things that we do inside for TSA is to help you see how you can show up exactly where you are, celebrate the wins and the fails, because the fails just help you learn. How to be your own type of consistency. Like I said, I'm consistently inconsistent, and that works for me. And I still build my email list, still build revenue, still have clients. Figuring out what to post. And we use a lot of the templates just to get you started. Making time versus finding time, asking for help. That's a big one of mine. I ask a lot of questions and I love helping people, but I can't help you if you don't ask me questions. Definitely being yourself, storytelling. If you are on my email list, I talk about my little bean all the time. Things are happening in life. It helps you to connect more people and having things done rather than absolutely perfect. And then actually talking to your people, whether that's online or as you build your email list, actually putting it out there. And the promise of Thrive Solopreneur Academy is that if you're tired of being on the hamster wheel of constantly doing the things, I should be doing this. Don't worry, I've been there. I totally get it, because imposter syndrome is real and you want to do all of these things. You want to have a super awesome website, but it takes months and months. You want to have a good social media strategy, but you have imposter syndrome from actually posting and, life happening. You want to be, and this was me, you want to be in a hot seat or a one-on-one with someone or your coach in a massive group, but you feel like you're just skipped over. And you know that if you had a one-on-one, that you can make massive leaps and bounds in your goal and in your business. And then you don't want to sacrifice your time with your family. I don't want to sacrifice time with my infant. She's 5 months as of 2 days ago. And looking at her laugh, but I don't want to sacrifice the time because I want my business to work on my time and in the background and earn a passive income as well. So when Jan joined Thrive Solopreneur Academy, a few things that she had to say was that this 12 weeks was something that she could really get into. And she's looking forward to all the different challenges. This was back when it was a live program. Now you have all the recordings from that live program. There's over 10 different recordings. Um, and this, as a membership, is a way that I can keep up with you and your business and having your goals rather than you just out there all alone by yourself. Because to me, as a solopreneur, that does not work at all. So a few things that you get inside of Thrive Solopreneur Academy. Again, you can go to let'stryadulting.com/TSA and you can see the full sales page and all the details. But the key highlight ones is that you get a one-on-one kickoff call that lasts for 30 minutes and we meet right here on Zoom. You get quarterly one-on-one VIP days. We do not meet on Zoom. We meet on Boxer, which is like a walkie-talkie app, and is pretty much like we're texting or sending messages back and forth. So I can review anything that you need, any links. This is what I just did for Z last week. It's amazing, phenomenal. And you have the whole entire day to actually ask me questions because you're not tied to a desk. That is one of my favorite things because we have a life. And I understand that. And it's just easier for you to be on your phone. You also get first dibs on any challenges, collabs, or Thrive Solopreneur Academy updates. And like I mentioned, there are over 10 recorded videos to meet you where you're at with your business. But with the 30-minute kickoff call, that is where we can find more. Say, okay, so you have your idea, you have your offer. Let's work on your email list. Let's get that set up. And then with the quarterly one-on-ones for the next year, that is where I can meet you with your business as well. So again, if you want to see results like this, I really love helping different women start their own business, whether it's a product based or whether it's online. Um, for some reason, my shop has been blowing up with like stickers. So we've been doing that a lot too. But overall, I want your business to be fun and something that works for you in the background of your life so that you can earn passive income, especially if you feel like this, that you want to build a business and they said it was easy, but yet you're struggling and you want to pull your hair out over the next WTF moment because you are a solopreneur and it is overwhelming and you feel like you have more in an expensive hobby than an actual profitable biz that you desperately want. If that's you, I totally hear you. This is made for you with the Thrive Solopreneur Academy. Again, go to let'stryadulting.com/TSA. And I can't wait to see the businesses that grow out of it and helping over 20 people that have gone through Thrive Solopreneur now that is gone through it and some that are still current right now. But it's amazing to me to see the different types of avenues and different types of brains that you have with your business. So if you have any questions, please feel free to comment down below. This is basically the end of the presentation. I'm going to stop sharing my screen in a second. And if you want to ask a question as well, we have about another minute to go. But if you do have questions, whether you're watching the live or you have questions later after this live or the replay, you can always DM me on TikTok or Instagram, same name, @Kara or email me, Kara@let'stryadulting.com. And thank you. So I'm going to stop sharing. If anyone has any questions, we have about a minute left. And if we don't have questions, that's totally fine as well. I did put the link for the Thrive Solopreneur Academy down in the chat. Yes. So does anyone have any questions? Feel free to unmute as well if you need to. Okay. I'm not seeing any questions. So I'm going to say that everyone is good. I'm stalling. Yes. But again, if you do have questions, you can join me inside my Facebook group, ask questions, email me, DM me, whatever way that you need to And anyway, if you go to let's tryadulting.com, there is a contact section up there, so you don't have to remember my whole email as well, because I know it's pretty long. So I want to say thank you, everyone, to joining this live, and I hope that I will see you inside of Thrive Solopreneur Academy to grow your business. Okay, bye.